time to go to a forbidden tower where there's a giant ogre just hanging out,
What?
doing his thing,
Being an
just
ogre?
chilling, being an ogre.
As you do.
We're going to invade its swamp.
Oh no. Now you're continuing the joke.
Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared and Now Watch Inuyasha is episode number 65. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Allen Ladium.
Hello, hello.
We are discussing season 3, episode number 10, or episode 64, entitled Giant Ogre of the Forbidden Tower. It's big. It's forbidden.
It lives in a tower.
Yes. We begin this episode and get some backstory
Cool.
about Tsubaki. Did you know she was in a rivalry with Kikyo?
What?
Did you know that's why she's all mad and stuff?
What?
I know, it's very shocking. And then Yasha's like, I don't care about any of this.
He does not care.
It's true. They get to the tower, and then Kagura just walks out the door and is like, hey, how's it going? And Yasha's like, I'm gonna fight all of you. And Kagura's like, nah, I'm not really here to fight. I just want to watch. So, just do your thing. I don't care, whatever. And then the big boy comes out of the tower and is like, I want to fight you with Yasha. He doesn't really say that. He just lumbers over like,
Brrr.
We go back to Momoji and Botan, who are sleeping. Shippo is gathering water while Moroku's watching over them. And then Moroku's like, hey, do you want to have my babies?
My babies.
What about you? Do you want to have my babies?
I like that the one girl's like, you're not really picky, are you? And he's like, there's plenty of me to go around. And I'm like, what? Whoa.
Oh, God.
Excuse me, sir.
Shippo just...
A lot.
It was a lot. Shippo lumbers over and is like, I got water for you. And one of them's like, oh, how dare this demon's going to get us? Oh, no, we got to protect ourselves. And Roku's like, nah, like, Shippo's been the one taking care of y'all. It's not me. He's been the one to do it. I was ordered not to touch y'all.
I broke that, but touching you and asking you to have my children.
Mm-hmm. It's like, wait a minute. Is this guy not a bad demon? And Shippo's like, I've never harmed a human. And then they just start hugging Shippo and Kirara a lot. More so Shippo than Kirara. Kirara's just like, I'm here. I'm having an okay time.
Kirara is just like chilling, being held, and Shippo's getting like pulled at and suffering.
And then like, hey, why are you after Tsubaki? And Moroku's like, yeah, she kind of cursed Kagome. She's a dark priestess. She's been doing a lot of bad things.
She sucks.
Yeah. Inuyasha fights the big old dude. He's trying to defeat it with the wind scar into his tummy. And then Kagura's like, oh, okay, I'm just going to fight now. Because I'm bored. Anyways, I'm going to do some attacks and everything. Do my thing. And then, the demon's gone. Well, I guess I'm out of here too. See ya!
Bye! And then they're going to go in the tower.
Yeah, Kaiti's like, this should be something that's been sealed away. This is not good. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And then Kirara flies the rest of the group over to where the rest of the group is.
To the tower.
So we're all going to meet up. They're all going to meet up together. Tsubaki's opening the seal, all the seals, and then she's like, yay, I got the seal to the ogre. And it's like, why have been sealed? I don't like this. But then she's like, hey, I got the jewel. Do you want to hang out and be cool with the jewel? He's like, yeah, sure.
Gets sucked into her right eye, and then everybody shows up just a second too late.
Mm-hmm. That'd be true.
Kagome's like, it's in her eye.
It's in her eye.
And I'm like, you can't even see that, Kagome, because she's covering her dang eyeball.
She is covering her eye. Kaiti's like, hey, what happened between you and Kikyo 50 years ago? And she's like, hey, Kikyo got the jewel, and I didn't. That's why I'm mad.
I love that she's like, hey, what happened with you and my sister Kikyo? She's like, you knew Kikyo? I'm like, she literally just said, my sister, Kikyo.
Who could that be?
Literally just said that she was her sister. So I think maybe she's somewhat related to Kikyo.
Nah.
Oh, and then Inuyasha's like, because, like, he feels like she's talking Kikyo.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tsubaki transforms into a giant ogre. And everyone's like, oh no, so much power. Very scary. Inuyasha tries to use the wind scar, and Tsubaki's like, Who cares? Nothing. Have some lightning. Blah.
Blah.
Moroku's like, I guess I'll do this with the wind tunnel. And she's like, here's have some lightning as well. Blah. And he's like, okay, nope, never mind.
I was like,
See
are there
ya.
bees? And like, nope, there's lightning.
Kagome shoots an arrow at her arm, and it does a little bit damage to her. But then she's like, plucks it out of her arm, and like, blah, stomps on the arrow.
And she's like, you're not Kikyo. You might be her reincarnation, but you lack her power, you scrub.
You're stinky. And then she electrocutes Inuyasha a bit until he finally decides, hey, I should use the backlash wave when she's using her fire attack against me. That should be the good idea.
That should be the good idea.
And then the backlash wave just destroys
for a
her.
second, like, he could come up with some decent ideas, but the problem is he just jumps in ahead and just does stuff and gets hurt.
Yep. That's Inuyasha for you.
Yeah, okay, fair.
So the backlash wave basically just like tears her limb from limb, and then she gets popped out of the ogre. She's like, no, why did this do the thing? Why did this not work out?
But I still have the jewel.
I got the jewel. Let me pop it out of my eye. And then one of Naraku's bees is like, I got the shard. See you later.
Straight out her eye.
And then Songo kills it, but then Kagura's like,
mine.
Speeds in and takes it and goes away. And then Tsubaki just like fades to ashes and dies.
Just dust.
Dust.
She turns
and
old.
all of her clothes turn to dust.
Oh, just dust in the wind.
Mm-hmm. Momoji and Botan are like, yeah, we're sorry about that. That's kind of our bad. Kagumi's like, nah, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. And then they leave the shrine. And then Inuyasha hears a rustling in the bushes as he's leaving. He's like, huh? What was that?
And you see like a dark shadow just go darting past.
Guess I was imagining it. Never mind.
Inuyasha should never believe that.
Kikyo's just like, huh, okay. Tsubaki was obsessed. Maybe I'm obsessed too with the jewel. Anyways, I gotta go. See you later.
Was she saying she's obsessed with the jewel or Inuyasha?
Who knows?
Who knows? Because I interpreted that as her like watching over Inuyasha again and being obsessed.
She's a weird person.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean, she was just sitting there like watching them like a freaking creeper in the forest.
That is her, yeah. But that's how we end this episode as well.
Okay.
We have 2 notes.
All right.
Hey, did you know this is also an anime-only episode?
What?
And then on one of the Shikigami talismans, there was the Star of David for some reason.
Which we mentioned. We were like, what? Why?
It's very weird.
We have a new opening next week.
We do.
It's exciting.
So, like, okay, here's the question I have. I'm going to try and look this up.
All right. I might have an answer, maybe. I don't know. Probably not. I rarely have answers.
Okay. So, I guess, like, in the manga, Tsubaki doesn't die. It's just, like, she gets defeated and is never seen from again.
Yeah, she just disappears.
Whereas in here, she dies.
Yeah.
They just kill her off.
Yep, that's the difference.
I guess it is a way to like explain why she would never show up again, even after she at the end of the last adapted episode, she was like, "I'm going to kill Inuyasha and Kagome," and then just never shows up again. So
right,
this is a way to like make it so like, oh yeah, well you're not gonna show up again.
Well, and it also explains how the jewel gets back to Naraku, because if it had been left the way that it was, there would be no explanation for that because it was still with Tsubaki.
Yes.
At the time. So it would have been real weird if like next time they run into Naraku's like, haha, look, I have the jewel. They're like, wait, what?
How'd you get that?
That priestess had that. What'd you do with the priestess?
Don't worry about it.
Nope. Look at my fabulous eyeliner and eyeshadow.
It's true. So yeah, that's it for Tsubaki. She's done for, but that's not it for Inuyasha. We still got a long ways to go. So next time we'll be discussing episode 65, entitled Farewell Days of My Youth, as our anime filler arc continues.
Oh, and this one had a weird preview, so...
It sure did. It was very bizarre.
It was very weird. There's like some sultriness happening. Clothes are coming off. Somebody's hopping around like a little froggo.
Very strange.
Many things are happening there.
Yep. So we'll figure out what all is happening with all of that next week.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. So join us next time as we figure out what is up with this very bizarre and weird episode.
What is up with it?